everyone, it's the Bearded Minister, and today we're going to add an additional video. I just got done previously recording about the difference between balms, oils, and additionally matte paste, which I've discovered. Now we're going to talk about the different essential oils you can make. So I'm just going to use this since I have it here. The unscented beard oil. It's just a combination, typically, what I consider unscented beard oil when I make my own, when I don't have this lovely product lying around, which is by Vintage Grooming Company. I use a combination of hemp seed oil or jojoba oil as my base. Those are two heavy oils that are very great for the skin and for the hair. You can combine hemp seed oil with a lighter oil, such as apricot oil. Apricot oil is great for shine. And then I add a little bit of sweet almond oil if I have it, or grapeseed oil to kind of thin it out. And it's usually, if we look at the bottle, it's usually, I try to fill about 1/3 to 1/2, somewhere in that area, of jojoba oil or hemp seed oil. I love the benefits of both those oils, and with a lot of companies, they tend to not give you that much oil in it, of those types. I'm lucky enough with Vintage, whatever they use is amazing. I love it. This one has grapeseed oil, jojoba oil, and apricot oil. So I typically model it after that. The ratios are different because Vintage Grooming Company, we don't discuss what they make in the way of what the ratios are. It's their own product. I love it. I endorse it. It's great. But mine, when I make it, it's about 1/3 to 1/2 of jojoba oil, and then the rest is filled up almost equal parts jojoba or hemp seed oil. Then you have a little bit more of the apricot oil, and then I finish it off with a little bit of sweet almond oil. Now, each oil, you have to realize, has a slightly different scent. There's a very tiny scent to it with certain oils. For example, with coconut oil has a certain scent to it. It makes it very unique. The hemp seed oil has a more woody scent to it because it's a plant, and you can obviously tell that there's that plant smell to it. And then when I get done with making that, I leave a little bit of room. Typically, where you see a good marker, a good indicator would be where the label cuts off, is probably about where you would want to stop filling the oil, maybe a little bit lower. And then you get to what the real point of this video is, and that's called essential oils. Essential oils like peppermint I use as a good base. Cinnamon is another good base. There's two different types of cinnamons that I've found as essential oils, and I prefer this one. And then a lot of people use some pine or sandalwood. Sandalwood is very expensive, and a good cover for that is cedar wood. I've found. Yeah, there's a little bit of a difference, but honestly, who really cares? So what I do is I add a little bit of this. For example, the beard oil, the Christmas themed beard oil that I've made, has a little bit of peppermint, has a little bit of a tiny bit of rosemary to give it a little bit of spice to it, has a little bit of clove to it, and then it has a little bit of cinnamon to it with like a drop or two of cedar wood. And you only have to use drops. I think I only used about 4 drops, if that, of peppermint, and like a drop or two of rosemary. I think a drop or two of clove. It's very light. And then what you want to do is you want to shake it like this. I just put the cap on it, screw it tight, and then I just shake it. And then I let it sit for overnight before I even use it. So it's not one of those things where you just quick slap it together and just put it on your beard. I like to make it sit there for a while. Now, there's other oils that I have used, like Atlas cedar. It's all right. And then I've used grapefruit for other products before. I made a beard oil for my brother that actually had a tiny bit of grapefruit oil in it. Another one is lemon eucalyptus. I paired this with the grapefruit and the rosemary, and then the peppermint along with it, and then put it in with a hemp seed oil and a couple other oils to it, and it made a great beard oil for him. But some beard oils, some essential oils rather, have different properties to it, and I would suggest looking those up before you go to mix your own and make your own beard oil, because yes, it smells good, but you ultimately need to not worry so much about the scent as what you're putting in your face, especially skin allergies and irritants. Some people, they may not be allergic to peppermint, but then their skin does a really bad gnarly thing with peppermint when it's applied to the skin. So you got to be very careful if you're going to make your own beard oil to look at the essential oils. And I'd also caution, if you're buying from a company, that you look at their essential oils. At least they should list them in their ingredients on their. I usually find them on their website, and you can check it out and make sure that the oils aren't going to cause any adverse effects with your skin. Because ultimately, if you damage the skin underneath your beard won't grow the way you want it to. You'll develop split ends. You'll develop beard rashes and irritants and pimples and all this crazy stuff underneath it, and it'll be very hard to come back from right away. You can easily remedy that by beard washes and just taking care of your beard. But you just got to be very careful on, if you're going to make your own beard oil, what it does to your skin. So that's all for beard oils. That's all I've really got. I can do another video and show you how I make it when I actually run out of beard oil. But until then, check out Vintage Grooming Company. Their link for their website will be in the description box below, and make sure you check out their sales they have going on right now during the holiday season. They have a good sale, and if you use the code BeardedMinister, which I'll also have in the description below, you will also save some money as well. So make sure you check those things out. Make sure you check out your local beard oil people. I know back in Cincinnati they have a one called I think Ohio Valley Grooming. I know it's sold at Jungle Gyms. So just check out your local people. Sometimes they do awesome things, but I just prefer really one company. But until then, until next time, just keep on growing your beard and let this thing just keep on growing. If you got chops, all right, fine, just grow it and just have fun with it and just relax. Till next time, beard strong and beard long.